Hello all, Bearded Tech here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're not new here, welcome back. I love each and every one of you, whether you've been here before or not. There's a lot going on in the automotive industry, whether you're Ram, Chevrolet, Ford, Tesla, doesn't matter. There's quite a few recalls going out. Ram and Tesla here recently. Ram with the 6.7. Engine fire, like 306,000 vehicles, something to do with a grid heater or something like that sticking on. Ford actually just stopped production of the F-150 Lightning because they're having battery issues. You towing something and the battery just goes down to like 70 miles to E or something like that. It's a whole nother ball game. The Mustang Mach-E, we all know that has battery issues. What else was it? GM just recalled, I think, 55,000 vehicles, and I don't think it affects the Silverado, but it's actually two recalls. They're kind of rolled into the same thing, not really the same thing, but one of them's for the axle coming out of the front, and it'll either snap or it'll just fall out because the retaining pin, some of them forgot to have, not the retaining pin, but the little snap ring that holds it in. They forgot to put those in. And so they're just flying out of the transmissions and smacking the bottom of the car, and you lose control of the car. And it's also a fuel pump. Some of them have the wrong fuel pump in them. It doesn't have enough clearance, and it'll actually hesitate, stall out, won't start, misfires like crazy. I think that's only 55,000 vehicles if I remember correctly. And then Tesla, 363,000 Tesla vehicles with the FSD, full self-driving mode. Like, I'm in a turn lane right now, and if it's in full self-driving mode, it'll actually go straight through the intersection. It won't turn. It won't slow down for yellow lights. It blows right through it. There's just a whole bunch of software issues that they're having with the FSD, which is full self-driving, and they issued a recall repair, whether it's supposed to be a software update or something completely different. Still not very safe to do that, because the operator, it's only supposed to work when the operator is able to control the vehicle as well, because full self-driving mode, that's how it works. You put it in full self-driving mode, but the operator of the vehicle is supposed to be able to take control just in case something does happen. So I don't know if they've got that fixed, and they also have the battery issue with, I think it's the AC drain tube dripping on a $50,000 battery. So there's a lot going on in the automotive industry, and it's not just, oh, it's Ford, it's Chevrolet, it's Ram, it's all of them. That's why we're not doing any manufacturer bashing here. Nothing is perfect. They mass produce these things. Within the past couple of years, the way the world's been going, things have been kind of slack. Design flaws, stuff like that. They're trying to hurry up and get vehicles out to consumers. They're trying to give the consumer what they want, because basically that's what they want. Oh, I want self-driving, I want 360 cameras and all that stuff. And yes, it is more things to go bad, and people want it, so they try to build it and get it out for people to have it. And there's going to be bug fixes, there's going to be issues with it. Nothing is perfect, okay? And you guys have to understand that. So we see this stuff all the time. Oh, it's a piece of junk, they can't get it right. Well, it's not that they can't get it right. It's like, if you go back to what I just said, it's they mass produce this stuff to give the consumer what they want. Not everybody wants that stuff, though. So I see both sides of it. I do. But yeah, the whole self-driving thing, it's kind of scary, man. Where I live at, there's a lot of Teslas. I'm not fond of them. I mean, they look cool, they do some cool features, but I'm not fond of them. The F-150 Lightning, it's a pretty truck, don't get me wrong. It's very fast, don't get me wrong. But I'm just not fond of electric vehicles. The whole Ram fire issue, Ford had the fire issue back in 2015. I think they actually have that recall for the Expedition with the underhood fire. We had to fix the recall. We had to go in the body control module, and basically take a ground wire out, because it has 3 relays in it. So it's not just one manufacturer or the other. So you guys can actually go to NHTSA, which is the National um, Highway Safety Traffic Administration or whatever it is, and you can go on there and read these articles, and you can actually go on to Car and Driver. They post articles all the time about the automotive industry and what recalls are coming out. Um, that way you can have a little bit more information on especially the GM recall. I want to say it's the Tahoe, the Suburban, and the Volt, I believe it is, where they forgot to put the retaining ring, snap ring in there, and it will literally come flying out of the transaxle, the transmission, and you lose control of the vehicle. So there's just a lot going on in the automotive world. It's so much to keep up with. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.